top of my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chum, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbors jump, put up a pum, boy, I bump. In that Billy Strong, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie say tripping cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause...
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Red on the red. Here we go.
Running left with Bigsby. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Dive in, and he gets his hands underneath for the catch. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They run it again with Bigsby. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Take right open. Hey, go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught for the first. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Hey, let's go.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
30 left.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. That's caught at the 4. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Hey, Lion.
Bigsby punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returnable from the 1. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good. All right.
Now a give running right. And he stopped after a nice gain up past the 25. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
On target to his man Taylor. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
11.
And they send a man in motion.
Go.
1st down throw for Fields. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Fields out of the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
All right.
Play action, Fields. He rolls to his right. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back to the well again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll try and punch it in. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play. back now for the second quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone.
Ready? Angel, Angel, Angel. All right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Cut near the goal line. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. All right.
Fields throwing here. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that forces them to 4th and goal. So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Lawrence now off the play action. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. That one goes for 25 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down. He's got it deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars now lead by 10. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here comes Kene Nwangwu. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. This is reeled in by Wilson. He gets it ahead and winds up with about 3. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Jaguars, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Second down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
11.
First down throw, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Jets take possession at their own 7-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball.
Here we go.
Because these secondaries are locked in.
Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That one's complete over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Extend. Here we go, Sai.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
No mas,
At the
no mas.
25-yard line.
Right.
Trying again, following the sack. Taylor makes the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
10. Here we go. Hey, 10. Matter. Right.
Fields on first down. Searches from the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Here we go. Right.
Looking to throw Fields. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on the guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Hey, run.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Got a man, it's Bigsby. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Ready up.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Go. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of the defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Here we go on 4th. Lawrence. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right side. He's got it inside the 10. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Give him 4 yards, and they're sitting on 3rd and goal now.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
The Bats got it.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18.
Jets 3. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
24.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes out to the left. The Jets get there and bring him down. And the defense is energized following that stick for a loss. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. He's got it. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Rip.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars get more points to end a lopsided first half. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Here we go. Nelson. Yeah.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. And all all set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hand off to the back. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. It's all right.
From the 24. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Don't jump. Ready? It's all right.
Play action, Fields. Fits it through the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. It's all right.
Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Wilson's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Now it's Fields. On the move, headed right. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Mevis with a point after. And the Jets make it an 18-point game. Mevis ready to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ryan.
Now it's Lawrence. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Hey, go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Looks like a 9-yard gain, and they'll now have a much shorter 3rd and 5 coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Take right open. Silver.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Hey.
And you're going for this. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go. Good. All right.
1st down throw for Fields. Finds a seam down the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On first down, they'll run. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shrinking the lead some in the third. Mevis now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets make it an 11-point ball game.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Hey, line.
Now it's Bigsby. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Working quickly here. Third down from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. He puts some juice up. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars push their lead to 18. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Extend. Alpha. Right.
Off play action, it's Fields. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Here we go, Side. Chips clear. Hey, 551. Easy. Yep. Side.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. He throws a bullet. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Mevis now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets make it an 11-point ball game. Mevis ready to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Carry here for Bigsby. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th.
24.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Red on red.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He lets a heater go deep. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Hey, Ron!
Again, it's Bigsby. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
11, have it. Hey, go forward.
Lawrence throwing here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
This throw is cupped. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Hey, no, Monday. Out, let's go. Delta. Sit high.
Throwing from near his own goal line. He had it for a moment, but a great defense. Loose, incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up.
Punch right. Alpha. Here we go. You got a mini base tonight.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Gets everything he has under this throw. Big gain downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Fields on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play. And boy, did the defense do it there.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
West right, sit. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets now within 1 score in the 4th. huge moment here for the Jets as they go for two.
Here we go.
A pistol snap, Fields. And they get the two-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go, go. On the red.
Lawrence working from the gun. Getting out to his left. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jaguars holding on to a field goal lead. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Red on red. Here we go.
Lawrence now off the play action. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Red, 23.
Handoff here for Bigsby. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Hey, run.
They'll run this with Bigsby. He still has room inside the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
32.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Wangu now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Fields to throw. Taylor makes the catch. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play.
Don't jump. Ready? Angel, Angel, Angel. Sit high.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Extend. Here we go, son. EQ. Hey, 551. 551. All right.
Looking to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. So they're going to take their shot now at making things a 1-score game. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
So they take the field goal right there, Kate. That's the right play. I think you've got to make that decision, especially with no timeouts left. But now comes the critical kick. I think an onside kick is coming right here.
And the Jaguars recover. Massive hit. The ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. First and 10 from the 41. Going with Bigsby here. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but